Now, it's about time that we have to learn from the royal master of Atomy. He exceeds past and he is very, what you call, I can say, leader, creating leaders in Atomy. He is top, one of the top leaders and the royal club members in Atomy. If you can see his performance, you cannot judge what he accomplished. Cannot. You cannot judge what he accomplished, but judge what he overcome. What he overcome is that what we need to look at. Where he came from, where he's going to. And thank you. And your let's welcome our royal master, Jason Shim. Can we give him a round of applause, please? And thumbs up. Thank you, Mr. Jason Shim. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, there you go.
Can you guys hear me well?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Very nice. Nice to meet you guys. Well, that was awesome introduction, Billy. You have a talent.
No, it's been proven. That's what I said. It's been proven. You prove a lot, and you're the like all the masters, sales master, all the way to your leadership. It's been proven that Atomy works.
Well, I like to listen to your promotion whole day long. that gives me an awesome feeling. Thank you very much, Billy, for introduction, and thank you very much, Sansu Lee, Sharon Rosmes, and Remy, Sharon Rosmes, and all the members here for inviting me tonight. This is a tremendous opportunity for me to talk in front of a lot of people tonight. Actually, I was very impressed by Roy from Sacramento. I was in that company also, so I know you. I feel you, you know. So my name is Jason Shim, the Royal Master from New Jersey. Before I met Atomy, I was just a regular guy, you know. Let me just share my screen. Okay, and I came to America in 1996. As you know, many of you know already, I started my American life as a busboy. You know what busboy means, right? Cleaning the dishes out of the table. I didn't know. I had no idea what the busboy was. But anyhow, that's how I started this American life without speaking any English. Of course, I learned English in Korea, but it was only for taking tests. So I had to learn speaking English again in America, and that's how I started my life. But as I have more and more children in my life coming to my life, I start having difficult situation in financially. First one, it was okay because I was working and my wife was working too, so it was okay. But as soon as I have my second one, my wife had to stay home, and I don't know how to say, but I have a third one, and then the last one too. So I finally I had a fortunate life, but back then time, I had to celebrate having another child, but as soon as I have my fourth one, I was like, I dumped into the hell. I don't know how to express the feeling at the time. There's a writer, Dante, says, in his book, there's a hell, and entrance of the hell, it says, those who enter here dispose all the hope. That means, I think, if you don't have any hope, that means you are living a life like a hell. That was exactly how I was feeling at the time. Every day I didn't have any hope because looking at the children, they are adorable, they are beautiful, they are so lovely. But when I think about financially, it was very tough. Every day I had to worry about tomorrow, next month, next year. And when I think about, 10 years later, 20 years later, oh my God, what can I do, Even now, I'm having trouble because I was working constantly, two jobs, second job, third job. I ended up like a working machine. So my life was like dumped into become a, like a working machine. Don't have any hope. Not a single hope was allowed for me to have because of the situation. And everybody at the time saying, the economy is getting worse and worse. And even 15 years ago, people say the economy is getting worse and worse. So what can I do? I was just living every day desperately, no hope. But thank goodness, 2010 May, so it's exactly 10 years ago, 2010 May. I cannot forget that. There was a strange lady came up to me and asked me a question. Do you know Atomy? What is Atomy? Especially like me, who had the experience with the network marketing 6 times already, including all A companies. There's a something company, another company. Um, I was approached by a lady, and the person like me who had the experience with the network marketing, I don't want to be involved in to network marketing again because in the beginning when I was introduced Atomy, I thought that was a very very good idea, because you just have to consume the product that you have to consume um, from regular store to whatever company you are involved in. But I was ended up uh, chasing people trying to sell the product, something that I cannot even afford to buy for myself. So I have to chase people to use this product, and then I lost my money, I lost my time, I lost my friendship, and people trying to avoid me. I said, what's going on here? So I was am I was I happy to hear about Atomy? No, not at all. But something very, very magical thing happened. I heard free. In America, is there any such thing as free in America? Especially America, it's a four big F letter, right? FREE. It's not free. Come on, never heard anything like a free. They write with a very very big letter FREE, but they said they write a fine print underneath, something very confusing. But you don't have to bother reading it, right? Because it's not free anymore. But sounds like there's no membership fee, no obligation, no annual fee, no website fee. Why not? I got nothing to lose, and she doesn't look like that bad girl, and even though she's a bad girl, I have nothing to lose anyway. So that's why I became a member, and thank God for that. What if she walked away from me on that spot when I said no thank you in the beginning? She must be she must have walked away from me, and I had to go back to my dry cleaners at the time, and then I'll be still working for the dry cleaners. And even so, especially now in the pandemic of coronavirus, I lost my job, I lost my income, and I looking at my children, hey, daddy lost all the job and I don't have any money. That's not a pleasant situation, right? So anyway, um, I became a member, and I looked at to this Atomy business. Hallelujah, the more I know about this company, the more I surprised, and the more I got confidence. I was so amazed by this company, especially the CEO. He was very, very humble person. And when he was giving speech, I was so totally focused in his lecture. And I was so blown away by his, the sincere speech. And I was so blown away by the fact that I could earn the residual income, passive income. When I heard passive income, I was like totally like crazy. Finally I could earn something that I could, maintain sustainable income. So when after I got excited, I got totally insane. I became totally insane. I kept talking, kept talking, kept talking. And I don't know if you can understand me. I was able to sign up like 30 people in one day, you know, because I was so crazy about Atomy. Because basically everything works so fine. Anyway, uh, this is my message today. Everything is easy when you are crazy about it. Nothing is easy when you are so lazy about it. I think I got this from Sung Hee Ju. She posted this on the Kakao Talk. I think this is true. I don't know why people asking me, hey, Jason, you made a success, must be very tough. How did you endure all those difficult things? And when I have a question from people, I didn't quite remember what was the tough part of my doing Atomy business, because I don't remember any difficulties. Why? Because nothing was difficult. Actually, a guy with no hope start to see the hope to become rich. Think about that situation. Can you imagine that guy's heart? He was full of joy. He was like going crazy that he could put everything he's got and he's awakening everything inside him. He was so inspired, like Holy Ghost just came down to him, became totally different person. That was me. So even though I didn't have any money to eat my lunch, even though I don't have any gas money to drive, I went to people, kept talking, kept talking. My belly was making sound for hunger. And I even raised my voice to talk to people because so that they don't hear my stomach sound, right? And while I was driving 5 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours, I like to save even one drop of gasoline so I put it into neutral to let the car just, I did every single thing to save my money and to do the business, but everything was full of joy to make myself financially independent. So nothing was difficult. 10 years later, that's my picture last year. I
Wow.
was traveling to Canada. They took me to one of the I forgot already. The most wonderful places in Canada, and the upper right corner of the picture is the Star Master trip to Hawaii. We got a wonderful trip to Hawaii, 4 nights, 5 days, all inclusive except for the airplane ticket that you have to pay. And my life is totally different now. I'm enjoying my residual income. I'm I have a new house. My children's enjoying the pleasant area of my house. They just love it. I love to watch my children enjoying their life. So, and we are so happy that I started this business 10 years ago, and I was able to understand about the value of Atomy. I want to say this. I have to say this in the last of the presentation, but I want to say it now because Atomy was able to touch the people's heart. Atomy was able to touch consumers by letting them to enjoy the value by just using the product. Think about it. They, even just pure consumer, they could enjoy the value with the money. And for people like me who was looking for the opportunity, who never had any opportunity because I didn't have any money, I didn't have any education, I didn't have an excellent communication skill, I don't have any technique, nothing. No background, nothing. I was looking for an opportunity, but that none of the opportunity was allowed to me. But Atomy was the first opportunity for free. So
That's
think
great.
about me. I was so crazy. I kept talking, kept talking, kept talking. None of them can stop me. You know, a lot of my friends says, "Hey, you must be crazy." I think they knew me. They saw me. I was so crazy. I was driving even the heavy snow. I was, you know, I didn't come home like days, sleeping in the car, talking to people. So crazy. So anyhow, let's talk about what's going on outside. This is the I saw a documentary from NBC broadcasting company from Korea. They were talking about the world in 10 years. The first thing they say was a lawyer, lawyer versus artificial intelligence. Already, a few years ago already, the artificial intelligence was able to reduce the cost to 80% already. And they were able to cut the cost. Every single case, artificial intelligence was only like a $10 per month. Unlimited writing, unlimited papers, $10 per month. But human, $500 per case. What a saving. And even the artificial intelligence has 30% more accuracy. So who you want to go to, a person lawyer or artificial intelligence? I think more and more people will go to artificial intelligence. So that's why a lot of law firms will be closed in 10 years, and half of the job that we know now will be disappeared in 10 years. And this is the percentage of the lawyers and judges, prosecutors, how likely they lose their job. It's about 30% they're going to lose their job in 10 years. Even comedians, think about, um, how, do you watch TV these days? Or do you watch TV more or do you watch YouTube more? I think most people watch YouTube a lot more. In Korea, 90% of people consume the media through YouTube now. 90% of the Korean people consume any kind of media through YouTube. They just watch what they want to watch. Comedians, I don't know how they're gonna survive, but more than 60% they likely to lose their job. Even religionists, like pastor, uh, father from Catholic, they're gonna if we think it as a job, they're gonna those people will be disappeared. And truck drivers, they lose their job. In Korea, 2 million people will lose their job in Korea. So if 2 million people gonna lose their job, then you could just multiply by 20 times to apply to America. So it's like 40 million truck drivers will lose their job in America, I think, right? And even though they want to work, there's no job available, right? This is the documentary video few years ago. If drone comes in, 200,000 people will lose their job. And if you multiply by 20 or more, that's gonna be USA. And no man's store. And factory automation will, fire a lot of people. Just, you know, really, 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 really bad. And all those people who has a lot of money keep making more and more money. That's how the documentary goes. And this is the screenshot from yesterday from CNN. Worldwide, more than 4 million people got, infected by COVID-19. And in America, 1.3 million people got infected by this virus, and more than 80,000 people lost their lives because of the virus. They didn't have to die unless the virus came to world, you know. And as we heard from the news every single day, we lost 26 million jobs in couple months. 26 million jobs in couple months. And more companies are firing their employees. Even the federal government and state government, the government are firing people too. So what do we have to do? right now we are facing totally new world, new revolution. And and right now the top 10, oh my god, this is in Korean, I'm sorry about if you cannot read Korean, start learning Korean. This is a top 10 companies in the whole world. The number one is Microsoft, number two is Apple, number three is Amazon, number four is Google, number six is Facebook, number seven is Alibaba, number eight is Tencent. All of these companies, you know, making $5,500 billion. Not their value is $5,000 billion. Amazing amount of money. And this graph shows since 1973, the big companies start making money, more money, but the profit goes to the owner, not to people who work for the company. And this is 500 companies in America paying about 27% of the tax, but Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, that's how much tax they pay. If you compare the revenue to tax, they are paying very, very little tax. And this shows the traditional company have to hire 100 people to make a certain profit, but Google have to hire only 8 people, and Facebook have to hire only 6 people, right? So, excuse me 1 second. Let me kill some mics out there. Okay. Anyhow. So now we have to think about the capitalism. In capitalism, the people who has money will be making more money. If you don't have money, you will end up losing money. That's the fact. So what do we have to do? We have to unite ourselves together, and we call it massialism, not capitalism anymore. Then we become the big fish. We can fight back with the big fishes. So what we have to do is we have to unite ourselves together and change the rule of the game. We don't want to play the game they created for us. We never chose capitalism. The capitalism was proven to be the best system, but not perfect. It's better for those people who has a lot of money, but it's not that great for people who has no money. But Atomy created massialism. If you consume the product from ourselves, then we could fight back with the big fishes, those people who has a lot of money. So we want to play our own game. Then you will be growing together with us. So all of this is possible because we have masstige. Masstige means mass plus prestige, absolute quality with absolute price. So what does it mean, absolute quality, absolute price? It means it's anybody can say this. Hey, our quality is better and our price is cheaper. But is it really? Can they really do that, right? If you know about our products, we have reasons why we can say our quality is absolutely high and our price is absolutely low for the quality, right? Because the first, manufacturing cost is 30% higher than other companies. Manufacturing cost, 30% higher than other companies. How about the management cost? The management cost is less than half compared to other companies. So, that's why our quality is better, but our price is cheaper. And we have 100% money back guarantee. That's why we were able to implement free joining, no obligation, no annual fee, no website fee, basically risk-free network marketing for the first time in the whole world. All of this is possible because of absolute quality with absolute price. Our CEO said, If we have better quality and better price, customers will be coming to us voluntarily. We don't have to chase people to make them to come back to us. Of course, we have to make them to try it in the beginning because we don't want to advertise. We don't want to spend money for, for not related to the quality, right? We just want to spend the money on the quality, right? So if people know about our quality and the price, they will continue to come back to us automatically. I have a very, very bad memory chasing people on other network marketing company, and they turn their back to me. I had a very, very sad memories of my friends. So that's why when I came to Atomy, I was so thankful for the company because they made it for free and risk-free, obligation-free business. And I was able to talk to anyone. And this is an internet shopping mall. We can go whole world with the internet shopping mall. Think about it. Do you know the rabbit and turtle story? Right? You know that, right? In the story, who won the race? Turtle won the race, right? Because the rabbit was sleeping and turtle never slept and kept going, and finally turtle won the race.
Yeah.
But now the turtle and rabbit story has changed. Why? Because at that time their race was only in their town. They were competing in that town now. Now, because of the internet, because of the situation, we have to compete with the whole world. So the rabbit and turtle, they have to cooperate together and win the race together. When they meet the ocean, the turtle helps out the rabbit. When they meet the mountain, the rabbit helps the turtle. So if you cooperate together, you will win the race together. Think about it. If you want to do the internet shopping mall by yourself, I was in internet shopping mall business before. It takes a lot of money, a lot of effort to build it, and it takes even 10 times or 20 times more money to advertise it. And you have to find the right product, and you have to deliver the product. A lot of work. If you do this alone, it's too much for individual people, unless you have a lot of money to waste, right? But Atomy basically offers everything for free. You just have to become a member. Then the internet shopping mall, global internet shopping mall will be provided for you with absolute quality, with the absolute price products. So what do you have to wait for, right? On top of this, like Roy said, he was really amazed by our compensation plan, right? I was very, very surprised to know about Atomy compensation plan too, because it was so righteous, because they put more percentage for the people on the bottom. They put less percentage for the people on the top. This is PV and income chart. The more PV you earn, the more money you will be making. That's like a regular thought. But usually the company out there, those people who goes to the top, they'll be making a lot more money. But in Atomy, we have a ceiling, limited income ceiling. So whatever go beyond the ceiling will be overflow and go back to the people on the bottom. This is the very, very righteous compensation plan. So if I give you a precise picture, actually it looks like this. Look at this. In other network marketing company in the whole world, I don't know who that is. I don't know what company is that. I was researching, I think last year, the number one income earner from network marketing, he's making $15 million a month. Jesus Christ, $15 million a month. Does he need all this money? I don't know. But he's making $15 $1 million a month. You know what I said on sound. This is number one income earner in the whole world. How about number 100 income earner in the whole world? He's making $200,000 a month. Is it a lot of money? Yes, a lot of money.
Yes,
At the same time, when they're making a lot of money like this, think about those people who on the bottom. They're not making much money. But Atomy is limiting their income about $100,000 a month. You know, she said it's $50,000. Yeah, CEOs are saying $50,000 if you go to the top, but that's when you become a auto royal master. If you become an auto royal master, you'll be making about $50,000 a month. But we have another level, right? Crown master and imperial master. If you become like a imperial master, you will be making about $100,000 every single month. So compared to other network marketing company, even though you reach the top, you are not making even close to the number one income earner in the whole world, and about half of the 100 ranked person making every month. We are making about $100,000 a month every month. But think about the percentage that we are putting on to the bottom, people on the bottom. Actually, they are making a lot more money than other companies. So we are so righteous. So think about Atomy. Because Atomy is touching the pure consumer's heart, and Atomy is touching, you know, a business builder like us. I remember how much I have to pay whenever I go to a big conference from something company, other company. I have to pay a lot of money. But think about what Atomy does for us. You know, they have all the good resources providing for us to save a lot of money. So this is the data from Korea. In the pandemic coronavirus, other network marketing company, they lost their 30% of revenue. This is a month ago. So I think by this time, I think they lost even more revenue by now. But in Atomy, we earned 20% more revenue than last year. Of course, it was by including the promotion. But anyhow, we were growing, even the pandemic situation. So our business model is bulletproof, proven business model. Any situation, we will be surviving. And in the World DSN Direct Selling Network, we were ranked in 20th in 2019 using 2018 data. And this year, using 2019 data, we will be ranked 11th. You know, I said we will be. I said we will be, but because we didn't pay the membership fee, they didn't rank us in the initial list. But there was a mistake. They didn't give us the right address to send the money to. So that's why we couldn't send it to, but we complained it. So they said, okay, we're gonna put you in the rank, and we will be on the 11th rank on the June publish, I think. So just wait for the magazine comes out. We will be 11th. So think about it. Think about the future. We will be growing faster than any other company. Any other company, because we know what people need, especially these times. And we have a system for everyone. I said success generalization. Anyone who wants to be successful can be successful in Atomy. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young, good looking, woman, man, old, young, education level, or religion, race, what country you are. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. In Atomy, anybody can be successful. We have a system for that. You know, all the Success Academy, local seminars, especially these days, Zoom meeting. How much do you have to pay to come into this Zoom meeting? Free. And we'll be doing a Success Academy this Saturday and next Saturday and another Saturday. And if you give the right answer to the quiz, they are ready to send a present to 100 people. Apply for that. We have a proven success system. So we have so many people made a success. You know, the lady who approached me 10 years ago, she's making over $40,000 a month. She never went to middle school or high school or college. Her last education level was elementary school. And she was working with a what do you call the machine? The what do you call that? Stitching machine?
Sewing machine.
Sewing machine, that's right, thank you. Sewing machine for 33 years. That was the only job for her lifetime. And she's making $40,000 a month now. Think about it. And her brother is one of our imperial masters out of total 6 imperial masters. He's making around $100,000 a month. And he was like a driver, car driver before. And Doug Lee, he didn't even own the house or didn't even have a rental house. He has to live in vinyl house, like a temporary, like a house with a vinyl. And he's one of the imperial masters making $100,000 a month. And Jung-Soo Park, she's the first imperial master in our company. She lost all the business. She was doing the duck soup restaurant, and she lost all the business. She closed the restaurant. And that's the time she was introduced Atomy. Now she's the first imperial master in our company. It doesn't matter who you are. You will be making success with Atomy using Atomy system. So what do you have to do? We have to think about this. Last 100 years has more changes than last 1,000 years. We certainly know that, right? Last 10 years has even more changes than last 100 years. So what about our 5 years from now on? Nobody knows how the world will be changed from now on, especially with this pandemic. We can never go back to before coronavirus. We can never. I don't think we can do a regular seminar like we used to do. And all other companies too. You know, those companies who you used to commute to the company to go to the office and to work there and come back to home, not gonna happen because of the coronavirus. Totally different world. So what do you have to do? You have to choose what you have to do. Let's imagine 5 years later, what kind of life you will be living. 5 years later, Sang-Soo Lee, he will be at least Crown Master. Eun-mi, she will be, I think, at least Royal Master. Billy, you will be Star Master, Royal Master. 5 years later, or maybe you could be a Crown Master. You know, all of these people in this room, you will be making residual income, and you will be saying, oh man, I'm so glad I started this business 5 years ago and I'm enjoying my residual income. Let's imagine the life that you will be living in 5 years later. Think about it. All of this will be depend on the decisions you will be making today. You have to understand about Atomy. You have to make a plan. You have to make decisions. You have to make a goal. And after you choose to do Atomy business, then you have to concentrate. Atomy is the only option. You don't have any option anymore. Don't even think about plan B. There's no plan B. Atomy is the only plan. That's it, period. Because you have to find something online business. Atomy is the only way. No plan B. Just keep focusing on Atomy. So set a goal. What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Everything is possible. Don't be afraid to set a goal. Set a huge goal. Don't worry about it. There's no FBI is coming back to you. There's no policeman coming back to you. Hey, you set a goal, you couldn't accomplish it. Don't worry about it. Just set a goal and make yourself to make an action. Inspire yourself. By inspiring yourself, by inspiring yourself, you will be inspiring other people too. Your family members, your neighbors, your relatives, the people around you, they will be inspired by your inspiration. And remember, people who don't have goal, they will be working for the people who does. Like Linku said, Riku said, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will be working for somebody else for your lifetime. And we've been telling people, hey, it's gonna be heavy rain. But people say, oh yeah, it's gonna be raining, but they never start building ark. You have to make an action. And when I was in India a couple months ago, and the employee of one of the marketing manager was, she was a marketing manager. She asked me, hey, Jason, we are making some kind of profile for people in India. And we ask all the leaders, what is Atomy? So I start to answer. To me, Atomy is economic revolution. Because I was the evidence. And some people say, hey, if you don't have money, it's not easy to do the business. You know who says that? Those people who has money say that. But if you don't have money, it's okay. I usually say, you don't know how much you will be strong until being strong is the only option for you. Think about it. If you have nothing, Atomy is the only way. And Atomy will make you to be successful, no matter what. So that's why I call economic revolution. Secondly, Atomy is a lifesaver. I used to say, Atomy can save more people's lives than doctors can save. These days, doctors and nurses, they are saving a lot of people's lives from the virus. But after they got infected, they got recovered from the virus. But they have to live with what? If they have a financial problem, how are they gonna survive? All these people are suffering and having troubles because they don't have money. Money is the troublemaker. So Atomy can save the solution for those people around us. So Atomy will be the lifesaver. And peacemaker, Atomy is the peacemaker. In this room, how many people knew me before I started Atomy? How many people knew me before you start Atomy? None of you. And I didn't know any of you, right? But
No.
Look at us. We are brothers and sisters. Amen. All of us, we are brothers and sisters. Recently, my family members in Korea, they started doing Atomy business recently. For 10 years, they didn't do business of Atomy. They think I was doing some kind of illegal business. They never listened to me. But recently, after I visit Korea, they started thinking about Atomy. And then finally, some of my relatives started doing Atomy business. Until my family members start Atomy business, I think my Atomy members are my brothers and my sisters. What brothers and sisters supposed to do? We look after each other. We are looking after each other to each other's success, right? So we have brothers and sisters throughout the whole world. You will have your partners in other countries too. You will have your partners in China, you will have partners in Japan, India, England, South America, Asian countries, Korea, Africa, everywhere. That means you have brothers and sisters all over the world to take care of their success. So that's why I think Atomy is peacemaker. Through Atomy, the world is more peaceful. I I think that's really really possible. And finally, one more thing I have to say this: Atomy gives you freedom. You know, I talk too much tonight, but Atomy finally gave me the true freedom. Who has true freedom? You have to have money and time together. If you have a lot of money but no time, then you're not free.
That's correct.
If you have a lot of time but no money, you cannot go anywhere. You're just stuck there, right? But think about us. We have money, time, and brothers and sisters all over the world. Atomy is giving us the true freedom. Atomy is the only tool can give us true freedom. So I hope everyone in this room tonight start making decisions, start making actions, start talking to people out there, making a lot of mistakes, learn a lot of lessons from people, and make yourself better and better and better every single day, and finally making others to be successful. Instead of you making others to be successful, then your success come to you automatically. Let me shut up my mouth now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Wow,
you.
thank you very much, Mr. Jason Sim, our Royal Master, with
Thank
your
you very much. Thank you very much
inspiration,
for having me.
That's
with
amazing, sir. That's
with
really
your
amazing.
time, and also what you just said. Do you have a third eye? Because you can see what's gonna happen. The presentation that you see, that you showed us, 5 years, 10 years, years coming. Now you give us some important what you called an eyesight. What's gonna happen in out there? So we have to be prepared in what we have to do in Atomy to become free and financially at the same time have to be ready for what's gonna happen over there, out there in the marketplace, right? And thank you for your leadership, for your teaching tonight. I like that what you call the rabbit and the turtle. I
Yeah.
like that part because in Atomy family, there's a rabbit and there's also a turtle. So they have to work together so they can move forward, something like that.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So in on part, so thank you very much for the inspiring and the lecture.